Welcome to the Supporting Parents and Caregivers of Students with High Needs During the COVID-19 Pandemic Resource Guide and Webinar Series. My name is Alycia Trakas. I am happy to be presenting today with my colleague, Colleen Hayles. We are education consultants in the Bureau of Special Education at the Connecticut State Department of Education. We are excited to be partnering today with our colleagues, Courtney Molloy, Emily Carrin, and Breanna Guida from Oak Hill. This resource was developed through a collaborative partnership between the Connecticut State Department of Education, the RESC Alliance, the Connecticut Parent Advocacy Center, and the Connecticut Association of Private Special Education Facilities, overseen by the representatives shown on your screen, and was designed specifically for parents and caregivers of students with high needs to support your efforts to engage your child or young adult in continued educational opportunities during the COVID-19 pandemic. We recognize that some students have significant challenges accessing distance learning through more conventional methods. There are students who are unable to sit in front of a computer screen to access learning, and some students require a hands-on, life skill embedded method of instruction. This resource guide was designed with that population of students in mind. The information and resources included in this resource guide are meant to be a supplemental resource for families, in addition to the work you are coordinating with your child's school-based team, and are organized into 10 different topical categories: getting started, communication skills, literacy, math, science, social studies, and current events, physical activity and mobility, life skills and self-help skills, art, sensory activities and supports, and play and leisure. The one-pager provides a one-page view of the complete resource guide. You will find the purpose of the resource, a brief overview of the information, tools, and resources located in each section of the resource, as well as a link to each section in the resource. Getting started is an introduction to the resource guide. This section is a great place for parents and caregivers to start as you navigate supporting your child at home. Supporting continued educational opportunities for students during the COVID-19 pandemic is a challenge for any parent or caregiver. However, it is of particular challenge for students who have high needs. Communication with school-based teams, the creation of schedules and routines, and setting of expectations are of utmost importance. Getting started is made up of 3 main sections: some functional tips, self-care for the parent and caregiver, and setting up the environment for continued educational opportunities at home. Each of these main sections contains tips and suggestions on how to put information presented into practice, as well as some additional resources that may be helpful. Now, our colleagues, Courtney, Emily, and Breanna will introduce themselves to you and provide you with an overview of today's session.
Hello, I am Courtney Molloy. I am a special education teacher at Oak Hill School. After completing my undergraduate degree at UMass Amherst, I began working for an after-school program which sparked my passion for working with students. After becoming a substitute teacher in the New Britain school system, I decided to pursue my teaching certification at the Central Connecticut State University, where I am also working on my master's. I have been a teacher at Oak Hill School since May 2019, and I love working with the students in my classroom. My interests include assistive technology, multisensory techniques and activities, and strategies for students with visual impairments.
Hi, my name is Emily Carrin. I'm also a special education teacher at Oak Hill School. I grew up volunteering for the Oak Hill New Hartford classroom. My experience there sparked my passion for special education. After obtaining my bachelor's degree in Human Development and Family Studies from the University of Connecticut, I went on to pursue a teaching certification from Central Connecticut State University, where I am currently finishing my master's degree in special education. My current educational interests include assistive technology, deaf studies, and attachment theory, specifically as it pertains to the student-teacher relationship.
Hello, this is Breanna Guida. I am a Director of Education for Oak Hill School. I started as a teacher at Oak Hill School in 2017 and in August of last year became a Director of Education. I received my bachelor's degree in Juvenile and Family Justice from the University of New Haven, my master's degree of education from Post University, and my 092 certification through Sacred Heart University. I have taught special education in private and public school settings in New Hampshire, Vermont, and Connecticut. The goal of our session today is to provide you with an overview of the Science, Social Studies, and Current Events section in the resource guide, which can easily be accessed by using the web address on your screen. The Science, Social Studies, and Current Events section of the Resource Guide includes information and resources in 3 areas: Science, Social Studies, and Current Event Supports, putting Science, Social Studies, and Current Event Supports into practice, and additional resources. Science, Social Studies, and Current Event Supports. They are very important in all children's lives. These skills build language, vocabulary, reading comprehension, critical thinking, problem solving, inquiry, and listening skills. Schedules, routines, sensory activities, and hands-on materials are beneficial for engaging students with high needs. Your child can use tangible real-world objects to create a daily schedule and follow routines. This supports their concept of sequencing. Multisensory activities incorporate tactile, visual, audio, and olfactory elements to allow your child to access science and social studies in a variety of ways. Visual recipes include real photos or drawings for the materials, tools, and directions. Using visual recipes will allow your child to access a cooking activity in more ways than they might be able to with a traditional recipe. Similarly, hearing spoken word from a story may not be enough input for your child to access the meaning of the story. Incorporating real-world objects provides a concrete connection to the story that your child can explore.
Putting science, social studies, and current event supports into practice includes tips and suggestions on how to put the information presented into practice through fun and creative ways. These topics should be put into practice in everyday activities with your child so that they are most functional. Some examples of activities include gardening, playing games, and cooking. Most importantly, your child should display interest in the topic so they are engaged and the activity is meaningful to them. This topic reminds me of the book Cooking Up U.S. History, Recipes and Research to Share with Children by Patricia Martin and Suzanne Barchers. We can take a child's interest in cooking and look up a recipe that was relevant in U.S. history and learn about its significance to incorporate social studies. While we are preparing our recipe, we can incorporate science skills such as observation, making predictions, measurement, and more. Also important for building social skills is turn-taking and following directions, all which can be practiced in this context. Or perhaps your child is following coronavirus updates on the news. This is a huge current event that truly is affecting us all. Thinking about emotional supports during this crisis, we can understand how important it is to have control. Another way to incorporate science, social studies, and current event supports into practice is watching a video or singing a song about hand washing. Hand washing is one small thing we can all do to help us stay safe. We can incorporate science skills by learning about the importance of hand washing on a basic level and practicing it often during the day. All in all, it's about finding a topic that you know is meaningful for your child and creatively incorporating science, like observation, making predictions, social studies, like history, and current events, any holiday, event on the news, into functional activities during your child's day.
Additional resources contains links to additional information and resources that may be helpful to families in engaging their child or young adult in meaningful science, social studies, and current event activities at home. Some of the resources include a link to the National Geographic Kids website, which has great examples of fun science experiments that you can do at home. Each experiment is coupled with a video and article to support comprehension of material. There are also fun online games to keep your child or young adult engaged in their learning. A link to the Scholastic article, Teaching Science Through the Visual Arts and Music. A link to the National Science Teaching Association, NSTA, where you will find a resource gallery full of specific strategies for engaging your high-needs child in science topics. From providing verbal descriptions for children with visual impairments to using pre-established consequences for children with behavioral challenges, there are clear strategies for supporting your child through their continued educational opportunities in science. A link to Accessible Chef. As we've discussed in the previous slide, cooking is a great way to integrate science, social studies, math topics, and more into one activity. One way to include your child in all steps of the activity is to use visual recipes. The website Accessible Chef has a bank of pre-made visual recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and more. It also has a custom recipe creator to allow you to make visual recipes of your favorite home meals. A link to Exploratorium, a website that provides online learning with hands-on science crafts and projects, which are great for fine motor and gross motor practice as well. And a link to Time for Kids, where you will find articles at a K-6 reading level of current events, science, and social studies.
Thank you, Courtney, Emily, and Breanna, for partnering with Alycia and me today to showcase the Science, Social Studies, and Current Events section of the Supporting Parents and Caregivers of Students with High Needs during the COVID-19 Pandemic Resource Guide. It has been an honor to be part of this collaborative project between the Connecticut State Department of Education, the RESC Alliance, the Connecticut Parent Advocacy Center, and the Connecticut Association of Private Special Education Facilities in their efforts to provide guidance, resources, and supports for families and educators as we navigate a situation that we have never experienced before in our lifetime. We sincerely thank the members within our organizations shown on the screen for their contributions to this resource. Thank you for your time and attention. We wish you and your family health and happiness during this trying time. Be safe, and remember, we will get through this challenging time together.